Windblown is fast, brutal, and unrelenting, but it is not unfair, even on the highest difficulties. Once you know the basics, you can pick up any weapon or trinket and smash, bash, stab, or explode your way to victory. Hey folks, I'm Ash, and let me walk you through all of the lessons I had to learn the hard way so you can skip being punched in the face and just focus on having fun. When you first launch the game, you'll be asked to pick between 4 different characters. Just go with whoever looks coolest because mechanically they are all identical. Your appearance is purely cosmetic. And if you change your mind, don't worry, as you'll unlock the ability to swap characters after a mission or 2, along with a whole bunch of extra skins later down the line. So when it comes to characters, feel free to follow your heart or your fashion sense. If you ever have to choose between offense or defense, you should almost always pick offense. There is no better way to avoid damage than by simply sending every enemy to the Shadow Realm before they even have a chance to swing at you. Even bosses on the highest difficulty can melt in record time if your build is strong enough. So if you want a smooth ride, and ideally some really fun gameplay along the way, make sure you are always ahead of the power curve. You don't want to dump a ton of upgrades into defense, but grabbing the premium stuff whenever you see it is a smart move. With how many different items exist in Windblown, you might not get another chance at a really good defensive pick. And trust me, you'll want at least one of these to survive the nastier endgame fights. My personal favorites are Golden Health, which essentially turns your wallet into an extra health bar, Necromancy, which lets you heal by killing enemies and thus save on flasks, and Crystallized Barrier, which lets you stack up a stupid amount of bonus health. Even just one of these can carry you through a tough run, so don't make the rookie mistake of skipping over the good stuff in favor of small damage increases. Windblown loves to throw groups of enemies at you, and when that happens, you need to know who deserves your burning hatred first. Usually, it's going to be the fast-moving, hard-hitting maniacs that deny you space and force you to constantly dodge dance. Meanwhile, all of the ranged enemies, or those that simply run after you, are more like background noise. Just keep moving and most of their shots will whiff entirely. You'll learn over time who the real threats are, but as a general rule, if it's fast, don't leave it for last. It rhymes, so it must be true. No matter how good you are, you're going to find yourself overwhelmed sooner or later. If this happens, don't go into a berserker rage and charge at the enemy until one of you dies. Instead, back off. Go as far back as you need to. Just reset the fight, figure out what the enemy is doing, and then re-engage on your own terms. This works even against bosses since they all have very predictable attack patterns. It's just a matter of actually paying attention instead of simply panic dodging. So if things are getting dicey, don't be afraid to slow down and wait for your moment. It's not cowardice, it's just advancing backwards. Dodging in Windblown is incredibly strong, but it comes with one big downside. You cannot attack while you're zipping around. So if you rely only on dodging, you'll end up dragging the fights out and give enemies a lot more chances to mess you up. Instead, use your Alterattacks. They give you invincibility frames so you can simply shrug off enemy attacks while continuing to tear them limb from limb. Every weapon handles differently, so it will take a bit of practice, but it is absolutely worth learning as Alterattacks are the backbone of just about any build. Weapons in Windblown have a very short shelf life. After a level or 2, even the really upgraded ones will start to fall behind. So unless you've rolled something truly insane, be ready to switch whenever you find something stronger. Not only will a fresh weapon hit harder right away, but you'll also be able to upgrade it much further than your old one. That said, sometimes your specific build might make a weapon or a strategy much weaker than usual, so make sure to do a quick once-over of your upgrades before you fully commit. If you're having a rough run where everything is falling apart, you might be tempted to skip elites and challenges in fear of dying. Do not do that. This is Windblown. Playing it safe will just condemn you to a slow, excruciating loss. Instead, take the risk. If you pull it off, you might just get the boost you need to dig your way out of the hole you're currently in. And if you fail, honestly, who cares? You likely weren't going to get much further anyway. That said, once you're confident your build can wipe the floor with the final boss, then it is okay to skip the side stuff. At that point, your only real goal is survival. So just keep your health high so you can afford to make a few mistakes on the final boss and still come home with the trophy. After every level, you'll hit a shop that offers you one last chance to power up before the next world. So, what should you buy? First of all, upgrade your main weapon as much as possible. Then, if you're near the endgame, start re-rolling its stats until you land on something that really supercharges your build. Next, I would recommend grabbing a healing potion if it's available, since those are never useless. Beyond that, I usually save my cash for the next shop, as trinkets or random perks are generally not worth the price. But if you're near the endgame and have no other use for your money, spend it on upgrading whatever secondary weapon or trinket is doing the heavy lifting in your build. It's not much, but that little boost might just make all the difference. Most games have secrets, but very few value them as heavily as Windblown. Here you can find everything from boosters that give you extra stats, to new weapons and trinkets, all of which will dramatically boost your power level. So don't just rush through the levels. So if you see a strange island off in the distance or a suspicious hole in the wall, go and investigate. Half of the time your hunch will pay off, and sometimes you'll even find a secret hidden within a secret hidden within a secret. And don't forget to unlock the Updraft's permanent upgrade. That will give you access to even more hidden areas with even more loot. I mean, how can you say no? And there you have it. 10 simple tips to give you a real fighting chance against the very worst Windblown can fling at you. If you have any questions about the guide or Windblown itself, drop them in the comments and I'll do my very best to help you out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a sub would go a long way, and I do hope to see you again soon. Bye bye!